What is up, everyone? It is Diecastbuffet here again. COTA is in the books. Christopher Bell wins back-to-back races in the NASCAR Cup Series, quickly becoming one of the championship favorites this year. What a interesting COTA race. We've got a lot to talk about. Make sure to give the video a huge thumbs up. And as tradition we usually do here on the channel, we're going to be doing our background color. Well, for 2 weeks in a row, it's a DeWalt yellow. I've noticed his DeWalt car is a little brighter than normal, but we're still going to go with that color. I think they changed the DeWalt color. It's more like a Dollar General color instead of the traditional Matt Kenseth yellow. I digress. So we're going to be talking about COTA and the new configuration and all that good stuff. My hair is absolutely in a mess, so ignore that. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk COTA. So they ran the short course for the first time in the NASCAR Cup Series, and it definitely brought a new flavor of racing. About the final 10 to 15 laps of the COTA race was absolutely classic. I mean, 4 drivers going at it for the win. It was insanity. Kyle Busch so close to getting that win the first time since St. Louis 2023. Then you had Tyler Reddick in the mix, William Byron, last year's COTA winner, and then Christopher Bell. It was just amazing. I'm shocked how good of a race it produced at the end. I think it being more of a congested racetrack, not as much straightaways, it forces the drivers inevitably to kind of race tighter margins. So in a weird way, I think the experiment actually worked. I'm not saying if they were to offer Chicagoland to replace COTA, I'm taking Chicagoland, sorry. But hey, it was pretty darn good. From all things considered. The final lap was really interesting because William Byron was there. He was second, right behind Christopher Bell in the final corner. He easily could have moved him. He didn't have to wreck him. He could have moved him. He didn't choose to. William Byron is traditionally a clean driver. Same with Christopher Bell. They really are pretty clean drivers. I don't really see many oopsie-doos from them. But yeah, I don't know if I should respect William Byron for not moving Christopher Bell, or should I be disappointed, because I know I would have moved him. It's for a cup win, 5 playoff points, you name it. I would have taken the dub, but I don't know. So Christopher Bell gets back-to-back wins. They'll most likely be offering that 164 scale diecast, so make sure to stay tuned for that, which is back-to-back wins for DeWalt in the NASCAR Cup Series. I can't remember the last time that happened, but hey, maybe it's a Matt Kenseth statistic, because he won back-to-back in 2009, Fontana and the Daytona 500. Maybe there was another time he won back-to-back DeWalt races. Anyways, what did y'all think about the COTA race? The new track layout, the style of racing, it felt a lot more kind of like, it reminded me of the Roval, but in like the Gen 6 era, if that makes any sense. It reminded me of kind of the Roval, where it's a little bit more congested. They're always turning. It didn't feel like, you know, how like Watkins Glen has the long straightaway after you go through the carousel, or in COTA from 21 to 2024, where you have the 2 very long straightaways. It didn't feel like that. It felt more like the Roval, where they're just constantly having to swerve and turn. It was interesting. So, was it an improvement? I mean, it's better than last year's race by a mile, in my opinion. We saw a lot of strategy, a lot of hard racing, and I feel like the race itself, it actually lasted a good bit. There wasn't a ton of cautions because it's a road course, but with them adding like 27 laps, it felt a lot like the event felt more of like an old school NASCAR race, where it's closer to a 500-mile length oval, you know, instead of it just being 3 or 3.5 hours, maybe 4 hours type of event, which I do like that. I like the extended NASCAR races. So that was interesting in my honest opinion. I had very low expectations going into this race, so I'm glad that they were exceeded there, so that's always good. The only bad thing is they go to Phoenix next week. Oh, man. You know, they got rid of one of the Richmond dates, something that I've been saying for years they should do, and I feel for the Richmond locals, but I mean, let's just call it what it is. It's not really... if you poll most of the fans, most of them are going to tell you from the racing product, it's not the greatest track on the circuit. The atmosphere might be great. The racetrack itself, like the facility, might be great, but the racing product from a television standpoint, the statistics are in. So we're going to go to Phoenix, one of 2 stops in 2025. I think they're running a different tire package. I could be tripping on that. If it is a different tire package, will it make any difference? I have no idea. I mean, it's Phoenix, man. I've been watching Phoenix for the past 15 years. And I feel like it never has had a true classic race for a reason. It's had classic moments. I'm curious to see how it will go, but more likely than not, I'm going to be anticipating next week's, what is it, a Las Vegas truck race about 1 million times more than next week's Cup race. Because last year's Cup race was a absolute stinker, okay? I'm already looking forward to Las Vegas and Miami Homestead. That's the next 2 races after Phoenix, I believe, which I'm just like, oh my goodness, I am excited. We got Darlington coming up pretty soon. Bristol Spring Race. Oh boy, I am hyped for those. And I think the Xfinity is back for the Bristol Spring Race, so that's a triple header hype train. I'm like already looking ahead. So hopefully Phoenix shocks me, and it's an amazing event. We get a great race, maybe some craziness. Who knows? Maybe I'll be surprised, maybe not. Comment down below what y'all think. It's going to be interesting. So, my honest take on COTA, I think it was pretty darn good. I really do. It wasn't better than 2022. The finish wasn't, because it was a little anticlimactic because Byron was right there. I mean, literally, he could have just bumped him up a little bit. Bell would have went to the runoff, and the 24 car would have probably beat him by a car length. I would have done it. But you know what? I guess I can respect a driver wanting to race clean now and then, but I'm a more of an aggressive driver, you know, type of fan myself. Like, I'm a fan of Carson Hocevar. A lot of people don't like Carson Hocevar. A lot of people don't like Ross Chastain. Ross Chastain wrecked my favorite driver. I'm still a Ross Chastain fan. Why? I love aggressive race car drivers. So that's kind of where I generally err on type of racing discipline. I like to see the aggression in the sport. That is all for now. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And, of course, for all your diecast shopping needs, make sure you use that promo code down below. You don't have to, guys, when you go to pre-order your race to win Christopher Bell diecast. And also, stay tuned for the Connor Zilisch Xfinity race to win. High chance that one's going to get produced, so stay tuned for that one. And if you haven't seen already, and if you're maybe not someone who likes to pre-order diecast, you might want to tap in with this one. Connor Zilisch's Cup car, yes, the Red Bull car, is actually offered in 164 and 124 scales. So if you're a fan of the Red Bull racing team, make sure to pre-order this car. I have no idea if it's actually going to get made. I think the 124 will. I'm actually kind of skeptical to 164 will get made. So this might be something people need to pre-order. So just kind of letting you know, if you're a big fan of that, you were wondering if they're going to be making a 164 for it. Yes, they're offering it right now. So go ahead and pre-order it at Circle B Diecast. If you're new to the channel, which we've had a lot of new subscribers, the way pre-ordering works at Circle B, it's a little bit different than maybe other places. When you pre-order at Circle B, it's literally risk-free. No charge, nothing, unless the diecast is shipped. So if you pre-order in March and the diecast don't ship till October, you don't pay until October. And if the car gets canceled, it doesn't, hit MOQ, which is a buzzword for basically enough quantity pre-ordered to make a production run. No charge at all, right? So make sure to go ahead and pre-order that. Maybe that helps some of the newer fans out how the pre-order system works. It's going to be a little bit confusing. Each place might do pre-orders differently, but at Circle B, no charge until that diecast is shipped, risk-free, even if it's canceled, which is amazing. That is all for now. Diecastbuffet, signing off.